What's up everybody, this is Mickey Gamonal with ASVAB Domination Pro. Today I'm tackling a viral math problem. Now I just want to say that I'm only expressing my opinion here, and this viral math problem is ambiguous. Now, ambiguous is a good word for word knowledge, but ambiguous means that it means two different things. It's up for debate, right? A lot of artwork is ambiguous in that one person may look at the artwork and see one thing, another person may look at the same art and see a different thing. Ambiguous. It doesn't necessarily provide a ton of clarity. The math problem is 8 divided by 2 times 2 plus 2 equals what? All right, so the ambiguity here is going to be in division and multiplication. Some people think it's 16, and other people think it's 1. Whichever your opinion is, if you can fight for your opinion and explain why you believe that, then you're 5 steps ahead of everybody else. However, if you want to be 10 steps ahead of everybody else, you need to be able to acknowledge the other opinion. I'm a big advocate for getting other people's ideas and not necessarily buying into them. You don't have to believe what everybody tells you 100%. But if you understand where they're coming from, it means that you're an open-minded person. It means that you can take ideas that are not your own and at least acknowledge them. And that's just so important for military leadership, business, life in general. Acknowledging other people's opinions is going to get you so much further than being closed-minded and just sure-headed about what you believe to be true. Everybody has made mistakes. Everybody has believed something that wasn't true at some point in time. Keep your mind open and remember that everything can change tomorrow, right? That's the beauty of the real world, is that science changes every day, and we love that. Anyway, let's get into this. 8 divided by 2 times 2 plus 2. Now, everybody knows PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So it's going to be parentheses, exponents, multiplication, addition, subtraction. This is not a set in stone thing. This PEMDAS is something that is kind of like it's training wheels. What you need to remember is that multiplication and division are actually the same operation. Multiplication and division are the exact same thing. Think about it. If I said 8 times 1/2, that equals 4. And if I say 8 divided by 2, well, that equals 4. So that's multiplication and division. They're the exact same thing as soon as you start including fractions, decimals, and percentages. If you think about adding a whole number to a negative number, you realize that addition and subtraction are actually the same thing. 8 plus -4 is 4. So is 8 minus 4. So addition and subtraction are actually the same operation once you're using integers, so positive and negative numbers. The same is true for multiplication and division once you're using numbers that are less than 1 but greater than 0, or fractions, mixed numbers, improper fractions. All of that is going to make you realize that multiplication and division are actually the same thing. The true meaning of PEMDAS is going to be parentheses, exponents. Parentheses comes first, always, so we're going to do that, and everybody agrees up to this point. So now we have 8 divided by 2 times 4. Exponents, there's no exponents in there, so we're not going to worry about that. Multiplication and division, as I said earlier, are actually the same thing. So what you do when you see a multiplication and division problem, you work from left to right. Multiplication and division are actually done at the same time. Now, if you're working left to right, what you're going to do is you're going to do 8 divided by 2 first, which gives you 4, times 4, which equals 16. The counter argument is that you do multiplication first. 2 times 4, which is 8, and then you do the division. 8 divided by 8, which is 1. These are both true. These are both true answers. The reason this is both true is because this is, as I said in the beginning, an ambiguous question. This is a question that is meant to make you think about math and why we do the things that we do. Another way to write this is this fraction bar, this division bar is actually the same as a fraction bar. So if we were to rewrite it, remember it was 8 divided by 2 times 4. So if we change this fraction bar, we can change it 2 different ways. Or we can leave the 4 in the denominator. That is the ambiguity. That is why nobody knows the real answer to this question, because they don't know if this 4 belongs in the numerator or the denominator. Now, if you're working from left to right, you'll see that you do the 8 divided by 2 first, then multiply the 4. But if you're doing division first, you would keep the 4 in the denominator. Let's see and make sure that it comes out to 16 and 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. This is the answer that I personally believe. Now, 8 divided by 2 times 4 is 8 divided by 8, which is 1. This is the answer that people who believe you should do division first believe. But again, it's an ambiguous question. Try not to get into these, I see these rage debates all the time about people saying, you should do it this way, you should do it that way. It's not that serious, guys. It's just a math question, right? And I think that's something that people get caught up in, right? They're like, this is what I believe to be true. And then it's like, it doesn't challenge all of your beliefs in life to have 2 different answers to the same question. It doesn't. You can still believe what you want to believe and have there be 2 answers to the same question. Remember to try to keep that in mind, try to stay open-minded. Now, if you're open-minded to some real, honest-to-God tutoring that's going to help you get the best score in the ASVAB, go ahead and hit me up. I have a pro program. If you got something out of this video, smash like, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Hit me up in the DMs if you have any questions or if you want to debate this some more. But again, remember, we're not fighting with each other. We're just talking about math. All the best, guys. Stay humble.